Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Again, I'd like to thank you all for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscription to my channel. It really helps my channel to grow and it helps get my messages out there to a wider audience. So, I was just chilling, watching YouTube, and then I seen like a short on YouTube, which was of Brucey, Street Side, the song which I wrote. I didn't even realise, because I've been going through so much myself, that the song I've wrote, it's got over 102 million streams on Spotify and it's platinum in the UK. So I'd like to thank Brucey for singing my song. But again, my family, friends, they've all split the money to all my music and all my work between themselves, and they keep trying to freaking bump me and my kids off. Alright, so obviously, because I've been going through a lot, I've not been able to celebrate writing some good tunage. So I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm buzzing. So yeah, I'd like to thank Brucey for singing my song for me. 111. Platinum in July 2025. 102 million streams and counting on Spotify. So you can't tell me I do not write good tunage. Alright, so let's get into the reading. So they got sloppy and left evidence all over the place. CCTV footage, call logs, messages found, okay? Their children would be put up for adoption for what they did. So somebody's been going through a lot of spiritual warfare. They teamed up with darkness against you. Then we've got a practitioner is sick from spell work, backfired, alright? So we've got gaslighting. Gaslighting everyone around them, lying all the time on your name. And then we've got a life insurance policy. So we've got relatives from out of town involved in premeditated murder. So relatives from out of town has got involved in some sort of premeditated murder, done a life insurance policy, put this masculine or feminine under spiritual warfare, but their kids, the grandkids, everyone who got involved, they're going to go up for adoption for what they've done. We've got corrupt doctors and nurses paid to poison you to death. No way. So we've got karmic hometown, soulless community, deals with the devil. Cold-hearted, cold-blooded killers, psychopath and sociopath. And then we've got multiple exes and ex-friends involved. Jealous snakes targeted you. Alright, or this masculine or feminine. And I can resonate with this myself too. A life insurance policy. A life insurance policy. Okay, so I've just picked this deck up. Alright, and then this is attached to it. So they're going to all go to prison for what they've done. Alright, we've got marriage in reverse. So this is somebody who was married before, alright, who's gone through a divorce. We've got family room in reverse. This is this relative from hometown who, from outside of town, when I can get it, alright, who are involved in this premeditated murder. And somebody in this family, okay, has been through divorce, okay, at some point. They got involved with corrupt doctors and nurses paid to poison to death, cold-hearted, cold-blooded killers. And then we've got this karmic hometown, this very soulless community who was very, very jealous. They're all going to get life in prison. This mature man, life in prison. Okay, we've got corrupt law who are also involved, high honour in reverse. They're not at all high honour. Corrupt law involved, okay, so they're going to get a life sentence for helping this corrupt family. Pathway in reverse, toil and labour in reverse. They didn't want it to come to light that they took somebody's hard work, their toil and labour, and took some sort of money and then did a life insurance job. Someone in this connection, we've got courtship. Someone in this connection linking to this family, relatives from out of town, their child, this mature man's child, okay, and their one who they're courtship dating, alright, they've been taking money and they've been paying. We've got courthouse, gift, and paying money, all the fours there. Somebody at the courthouse splitting money, alright, and we've got lovers in reverse, and ex is involved, okay. They wanted to make out like this occupation was theirs, And also, with this fabric, they've been fabricating evidence that they've been journeying around, up and down, okay? They've been journeying around, okay, all premeditated, false person in reverse. So they've made out like this person is lying, who they've done it to, but the person's speaking the truth. They're all fakes and frauds. Look, he's a fake, he's a fraud, he's living an upside down well, and he's also going to be charged. He's also going to be charged. They got sloppy and left evidence all over the place. Look, sudden wealth in reverse. So they was working hard behind the scenes to take hold of this sudden wealth. We've got wealthy man in reverse. It's not their wealth, it's not their riches. So they've been battling and competing and fighting for wealth and riches. What's not even theirs, look, theft. With this silly bins, alright, wants to make out all the fives there. That's just some sort of matriarch, okay? Wow. So somebody should have got this sudden wealth, but they took it for themselves. And they started changing legal documentation, occupation in reverse, and fabricating legal documentation. They was, with this expectation and this main male, paying neighbours to watch, alright? Because they was journeying around, living a life of luxury, up and down, alright? The judge has got this message, alright, surrounding they've been exposed for fabricating legal documentation and working hard behind the scenes to do this life insurance policy, corrupt law, corrupt doctors, alright, exes and ex-friends involved, jealous snakes, alright, all involved in taking this sudden wealth. We've got poverty in reverse. They don't want this masculine or feminine to come out of some sort of financial hardship because they want to split the money amongst themselves. Look, they paid courtship at courthouse, unexpected income. So attorneys, okay, corrupt law to help this couple, this masculine energy, this mature man who has had a divorce, alright, they was expecting to get away with that, and constantly with occupation in reverse and message and change, fabricating legal documentation, fabricating health records, alright, main female and main male. Because they wanted to come out of poverty, you see. They wanted to split the money amongst themselves, so they split a hell of a lot of money between themselves. They'd been travelling around, alright. They went to a courthouse and they took hold of that. Wrongfully. Look, corrupt doctor, nurses paid to poison to death, which is very concerning because we've got official person in reverse. They unofficially took hold of this money, okay, in a corrupt way, alright? So breaking physical laws, universal laws and spiritual wars, putting this masculine or feminine under spiritual warfare, alright? All getting involved, karmics in hometown, they're all cold-hearted, cold-blooded killers. This local community, alright, because they've been splitting the money amongst themselves and paying some money under the table, they've all been walking round all privileged off the back of someone else's money. They didn't care. No, they just wanted to change in their own world, acting all posh and privileged. They're all getting sentenced. They're all getting very long, hefty sentences. And with this official person in reverse, they are going to become unofficial. There's going to be a change. They're going to lose the jobs. Let's have a little look-see into here. False accusations. So they've been falsifying legal documentations and then false accusations on this masculine or feminine, alright? Because the bully boys are mean girls. Bully boys and mean girls trying to bully someone out of their own wealth, spiritually, physically, mentally, you know what I mean? Bully them out of their own wealth because they're sick, cold-hearted, cold-blooded killers. Black collar crime, a judge is well connected. Theft to money laundering, child, what have you, and molestation. Clergy, we've got witness intimidation, blackmailing anyone they can because they've got hold of that much money. We've got sister involved, a corrupt psychiatrist or psychologist, and pure evil family members are being exposed. Identity theft, fraudulent practice of using another's name and personal information in order to obtain credit, loan, used ID, birth certificate, social security number to open up a bank account so they can shift this money around. And then they've paid for gang stalking, gang affiliation, gang tie, mental magic, okay, harassment, aggressive pressure or intimidation. So then they've been harassing this masculine or feminine around the clock, spiritually bullying this masculine or feminine, all right, because they want this wealth for themselves, you see. And then a life insurance policy out on this person, getting corrupt doctors, nurses, psychiatrists to try and poison this masculine or feminine to death. So they're going down for some severe crimes. An auntie is involved, their nephew's involved in a smear campaign, plan to discredit a public figure, false accusations because they're jealous of this masculine or feminine, all right, and they've gone all out, pretty much like my own family. Trying to stop this masculine or feminine from getting help. They have changed medical records, yeah, and they wanted to poison this person to death. So then we've got 60 to 65 years of age. Then we've got embezzlement, theft of funds, placing one's care, trust or belongings to one's employer. So they probably said, oh look, they're a nutter, that they can't control their own finances, so we will take hold of these finances, and then they've been using it to try and bump this masculine or feminine off who they've stolen from. Trying to compete to be you all the time. So they're always trying to compete to be this masculine or feminine. Everything that they have. Spiritually bullying, spiritual warfare. Very corrupt, creating a false narrative, false evidence, bearing false witness against 65 to 70. Linking to ritualistic abuse. They force power of attorney corruptly. So corrupt law, corrupt medical staff. Okay. Thinking that they should be able to get away with it. And here is this poisoning, poison manipulation, venom manipulation, various toxins inflict negative effects upon target to cause total paralysis and even kill someone outright. So they force power of attorney over this money, all right, in a corrupt, illegal way, and corrupt law went along with it because they was getting some sort of money under the table. That fraudulent activity. Look, fake court proceedings to create diversions and distractions, all right, so they've all been turning up to court, all right, discussing all this money, splitting it amongst themselves, getting involved in gang stalking, getting involved in doing some shit ton of black magic, getting involved in poisoning, gaslighting everybody, and this is going to hit worldwide news. An underworld criminal organisation has been exposed. Undercover investigators, all right, are investigating them. Thank God for these good undercovers, bringing people justice. It's going to hit worldwide news. Worldwide news. RICO. And they're all going to get done for RICO, Racketeer, Influence and Corrupt Organisation Act. They're all going to get done. They're all going to get done. Okay, they're going to get a long jail sentence, trying to set you up in a fight to be outnumbered. They're doing dangerous driving. All right, it's like a car, dangerous driving. They've got in on stealing that, what have you. They're buying cars, they're buying houses. All right, again, ritualistically abusing this person, spiritually bullying this masculine or feminine. They bought cars, bikes with stolen money because we're a set of readers. We've got stolen clothes, shoes, trainers, stuff like that, boots, what have you, dressing gowns, socks, underwear, anything supposed to be this masculine or feminine. So they're a set of freaks and they're all getting arrested. So many getting arrested for these crimes. Thank God. Thank God. Someone in this connection is married. Alright, they could be going through some sort of divorce when all this hits the news and they all get locked up. We've got these undercover investigators, they already know the tea. They are fighting behind the scenes to bring justice. We've got caution, gang stalking. So these undercover investigators, they've got a very high level of emotional intelligence and they can't be manipulated or abused. They tried to kick this masculine or feminine to the curb. We've got fake apology in reverse, and they don't want to apologise for what they've done. Tell you why, darling. Because they're cold-hearted, cold-blooded killers. It's a very karmic hometown. It's a very evil, toxic, karmic family who work with corrupt law, corrupt doctors, nurses, psychiatrists, stuff like that. And they all get involved in doing spell work, but they got sloppy. Again, they've left evidence absolutely everywhere because they thought that they was untouchable or something. They really thought that they was untouchable. Life insurance policy. So many getting arrested. They obviously don't want to go down for the crimes they've got committed. Right? So we've got bank accounts are getting shut down. We've got an IT hacker. Emails are being hacked because they don't want this masculine or feminine to get help. So we've got CID, FBI, CIA, Fed, and we've got plagiarism. So stolen work and posed to be this person. Forced power of attorney. Again, I've had this done to me so I know how it feels. I know how it feels. They've done stop and block justice spells because they're not all there in their head. Their phones are tapped and they know an ending's coming. So while they've been gang stalking and watching this masculine or feminine, these good undercovers have been collecting and gathering evidence surrounding these sick fucks. Surrounding these sick fucks. Someone in their gang, a member of their gang, is dying. Alright? A member of their gang is dying. They are under investigation for major crimes and they are being exposed for who they actually are. And they cannot get away with what they have done. They cannot. They've tried so hard to get away with it, covering each other's backs, okay, splitting money amongst themselves, a substantially large amount of money, plagiarism, okay. They've made out like they've done something and they haven't. It's not them. It's not them. Thought they could sacrifice you, so they thought they could sacrifice this masculine or feminine and it'd just be easy job for them. No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Linking to a Catholic priest who tried to get involved in this sacrifice, alright? So some of these are linking to a corrupt Catholic church, paid for mental magic, dream magic, alright? Got a copy of the keys from corrupt housing, alright, so they could gain access inside of this masculine's property, evil auntie, so they can continue gang stalking. Got corrupt solicitor, corrupt attorney, alright. They got caught paying a dark witch for spell work. They were a set of scam artists. They took thousands of pounds and took millions. They took millions, and some of these people have been getting thousands and thousands of pounds in the local community for being a set of sick fucks, thinking that they should have this money for themselves. This is why their bank account's getting shut down, you see. This is why their bank account's under investigation and they're all getting locked up. Look, they've tried transferred money into their bank accounts, alright, cash in hand, stuff like that, corrupt lawyer. They took millions of pounds. I knew it was millions. And then some people have got thousands in this hometown to get involved in gang stalking, and that's why they're all getting locked up, and all the ones who's got kids, grandkids, they're going up for adoption. And they're in major debt now. They're in major debt. Coven leader died. They're in major debt now. Because they was just splash spending. They was just splash spending, thinking that they had a bloody right, okay, to split this money amongst themselves. They will lose everything for what they've done. And I mean absolutely everything. And they will be convicted. They will be. So I'm going to leave that there. Keep it short and sweet. Keep it short and sweet. Send me peace, love and light.